Hey there. One of the things that we're noticing among men in the workforce and in their relationships at the moment is that there's this lacking of any real energy. There's this sense of wanting to be motivated but not being. It's almost like we're not actually in control of our lives. So this video is going to give you a simple exercise so that you can be clear and in charge about what you want and where you're going, as well as bring a little bit of drive back into your day. And the way that we do that is by understanding our values and bringing more of them into our day. Now, our values are those things in life, the way we behave, the character traits, the things that we love about the world that mean the most to us. They're our values. And what we're going to do today is a simple exercise called the admiration hunt. The admiration hunt is a 3 or 4 step process to help you work out what your values are and then create a way of putting more of them into your life. Now, the way this works is we come up with a list of names of people that we most admire. Could be famous people, could be people we know, could be people we make up, could be fictional people, people from history, whatever. And we come up with those people, and then we come up with 3 or 4 character traits of theirs that we most admire about them. We'll start off there because then once we've got that list, we can start looking at values of our own. So let's go. I'm going to do 3 people. You guys can do 6 or 7. Do as many as you like. For me, I'm going to start with Sir Winston Churchill. Mum, I admire her. And then let's go someone famous nowadays. So Elon Musk, there's plenty to like about him. And then you pick 3 or 4 character traits of that person. So I love that the way that he spoke. He was an orator. He was quite arrogant, which can be handy. And I would have called him a gentleman. So there's some things. What about Mum? She's compassionate. I love that about her. She's quite relaxed, which is good. And she's a giver. You see how I'm coming up with these things? And then Elon Musk, what do I admire about him? He's very smart. That's probably the start. I absolutely love how ambitious he is. You can see what I'm getting at here. And then he says what he thinks. He doesn't really have much of a filter. So that's a pretty good character trait. Let's see. Okay, so you've got the names, then you've got 3 or 4 character traits of theirs that you most admire. The next step is to decide which of these you want to adopt or you think could be values of your own. The things that really stand out to you as meaningful. So, for this, I'm just going to get rid of arrogant. That's probably not one that I really want to go with. So definitely, well-spoken, the orator part and the gentleman part. Okay. What about over here? Look, I'm gonna say no thanks to the relaxed, but I'm gonna put compassionate and giver together. They're kind of the same thing to me, but they mean a lot and they're a value that I wouldn't mind adopting. And then let's go with, what are we talking about here? Smart, ambitious, says what he thinks. Let's go smart and ambitious. And let's get rid of, says what he thinks for the purposes of this exercise. So what you can see, people I admire, some of the things about them that I admire, and then which of these do I want to adopt? And I've gone with well-spoken, gentleman, compassion giver, smart, and ambitious. So then the next and final step is to create some daily behaviors. We look at the value that we want to adopt, and we create a daily behavior that if we execute, we have more of that value, we have more of that thing in our lives. So I'll start from the top. Look, well-spoken. How can I do something daily to make myself feel that well-spoken? And it could be as easy as, a story on Instagram. Do that daily. All right, what about being a gentleman? Okay, well, that's pretty simple. I want to do something like, just doing the right thing. And then looking after Marshall, my missus. That'll make me feel like I'm being a gentleman. What about compassionate and a giver? Well, for me, that's got a lot to do with being a good listener. So I'm just going to say, make sure I've listened. And then next we're looking at smart, okay, making sure I learn something every day. And then finally, ambitious. What can I do daily? Review my goals. Yeah? Look, I know these things seem quite simple, quite straightforward, but that's the whole point. You can make your day feel more fulfilling. You can make your day be more motivated. You can make your day have more drive if you just do some simple things every day to fulfill your values. So what I've got there, well spoken, make sure I'm doing a story on Instagram every day. Being a gentleman, make sure I do the right thing. Being compassionate and a giver, make sure I'm listening. Being smart, learn something new every day, and then being ambitious, review my goals. Check my goals, make sure they're still on track, make sure I'm still chasing big dreams. Really straightforward process. Who, their traits, which ones you want to adopt, and then how you're going to bring them into your daily behavior. Look, I hope that's been helpful. If you do have any questions, there's a contact page on the website. You can hit me on Instagram at 8weeklifehack, or you of course go to 8weeklifehack.com.